Am I ready to go live? Of course, I'm ready to go live. Well, now, well, folks, welcome to um, what's supposed to be the Torture is How You Make Friends report. But yeah, I'm renaming it the Derp stream because I set up my first stream like I would normally, except for my laptop does not have OBS. So I had to reshill everything, and it was disaster. Hopefully, I'm using my phone, my headphones, and whatnot that came from my phone, so I should be sounding okay. The everything sounded up all right when it went in, but anyway, so I will be reviewing Bo Burnham's new special, Inside. Um, his last special was Make Happy. That came out about 5 years ago, I think. Oh, really? This thing works pretty well. But my mic is still on my computer is my desktop is still like kind of far away from me, so it kind of picks up. I'm speaking from a distance. I haven't really finished the setup since the move. I haven't even set up my webcam for the face rig. But let's see. Let's see. Yeah, with this one, it was definitely different because it wasn't a traditional. I mean, as far as performing in front of an audience with this one, he made it in a single room, from my understanding. Um, I don't know if it was a studio or his house, but he filmed a majority of it. There's a few parts that kind of seem like, well, a few parts. There's a part at the end that kind of makes it look like a soundstage, and then I think, yeah, the rest of it was filmed pretty much in a single room. Um, let's see. If he definitely has a flair for the theatrical. Um, I will say off. This is coming from someone who likes Bo Burnham. I am a fan. Um, Really, if you're not a fan of his and you're going in blind, I definitely wouldn't start with this one. Um, I would probably start at the beginning and then work your way forward with words. Then, oh, what was the second one? What? That's right. Um, and then the third one, which was Make Happy, and then this is his fourth. Um, he does. He does make a few jokes about that would, you would think they would come from the left. Um, and to be honest, I think he does come off as someone who is um, more liberal, but not like lefty liberal, if that makes any sense. Um, he does make fun of he does make fun of white people, but he makes fun of white people who make fun of white people. It's there's a few songs that he has, especially from like Make Happy, uh, where he makes fun of making fun of white people. Hey, Costin. I suppose I should greet everyone. Ryan Walters, hello, and Random. Um, there's really not anything very different in this one, but you can definitely tell because he made the movie Eighth Grade, which I believe. Let me take a look. I believe that came out 2019 or 2020. I'm not quite sure. I heard it was a good movie. I haven't seen it yet. Um, it's I haven't really been in a mood for those kind of movies. It seems like a coming of age tale, and I'm not all big on those. And of course, my computer is being a complete shitbag right now. Type. I'm waiting for just shit to crash because why not? It would be funny. No, we didn't. Camel and I were trying to think of trying to get a movie going, movie night going, and it was supposed to be last night, and my computer was still being an absolute disaster, and then decided to take 2.5 hours to update. Coming of age tales with giant robots. You're not wrong. As long as there's like, you know, giant robots, uh, you know, giant swords and shit, laser blasts, it helps. I don't care about Lady Gaga. I want to search for something else. (2018). 2018 is when Eighth Grade came out, and he wrote and directed that. Wow, you are going way slow. Anyway, I don't want to go too far into it, but there were a few jokes that he made. I hate telling other people's jokes just like when you can go see them yourself. Um, let's see. He starts off one of his songs with audience laughter, and he does that a couple times. Um, and yeah, with this one, you can through the progression of the series, or through the series of songs, he does touch on mental health quite a bit, which a lot of people they kind of just ignore. But he really brings it up in this one, and I think it was he brings it up in Make Happy as well, and I think it's and he was talking about how Make Happy was supposed to be his last one because he was having mental breakdowns on stage. I now, like I said, it's in the context of the special. I'm not sure if it was part of. I'm assuming this is him talking for real about having the breakdowns on stage before performing. So he quit for a while, and then I think it was between What and Make Happy, and then then he performed Make Happy. Or no, it was between Make Happy and Inside. That was the 5-year break. Let's see. There was one on here when he's talking about being white and telling jokes. Healing the world through comedy is the it's the title I gave it. I'm not sure if it's actually the title. He's talking about how people have mentioned it makes fun of people mentioning that if you're white you should shut the fuck up, and then he stops and he's like, I'm bored, and then goes right back into talking about how he should be progressive, and it is really good. Another one, dealing with the with COVID and everything. I think that's why he made it the way it was, because he couldn't perform. Stamps can perform in front of people without certain conditions, and this was something I think he made just to I wouldn't say go back to the roots of his material, because he started off on YouTube making songs and such. Let's see. There's one with him about FaceTiming with his mom, which, tech for old people is frustrating. There's one where he brings out a sock puppet and they have a Sesame Street moment, which is funny because he actually, I think he wrote songs for a Sesame Street movie. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Untitled Lakers Project. Okay, whatever. Let's take a gander. Soundtrack. Repeat stuff. Parks and Recreation. Let's see. What? Words. Comedy Central presents. YouTube Live. Maybe it wasn't that one. Yeah, he's working on a screenplay, apparently. Zach Stone is going to be famous. Okay. Producer. Untitled Project. Whitmer Thomas, The Golden One. He directed Chris Rock's Tambourine. Okay, that is interesting. Ah, yeah, he wrote songs for they're in pre-production right now for a Sesame Street movie, or is it the TV show? Expected January 14th, 2022. Big Bird and his Sesame Street friends are mysteriously expelled from their neighborhood, finding themselves in Manhattan. They team up with a plucky history show Sally Hawthorne, played by I'm assuming Anne Hathaway, who's on a quest to save her show from and prove that Sesame Street actually exists, with obstacles created by the quote unquote evil mayor, with reasons for his own for keeping Sesame Street hidden for the world. So that will be a thing. Um, I mean, there's not a lot on here that isn't your typical Bo Burnham. There is a lot of uh, he does a lot. Like I think it's definitely film school stand up. I would call it because he plays with cinematic effects that are like casual. Um, they're not. He doesn't do anything CGI ish. Um, there's a few flashes. I think there's only one or two that I saw where he's playing like a game in one of the interludes, and there's a flash of that earlier in the stand up. Um, there's a song about Jeffrey Bezos, but it's I don't know where he goes with that. Oh, I should probably put these on here. I'm going to put some of the songs that he released onto YouTube into the chat, which you can check out. If my computer decides that it's going to help me out. Hey, Mr. Dax. Um, yeah, it's definitely something that if I was learning how to, if I had the audio capabilities that Bo Burnham has, I would definitely. It'd be something that as you're learning how to make movies, this is definitely one of those things that kind of shows off that he knows what he's doing. If you haven't seen the movie Eighth Grade, of course, which once again I haven't. Um, let's see. Interlude about turning 30. Another interlude. There's a couple times he talks about suicide, but it's kind of like in Make Happy when he had the song "Kill Yourself." Um, it's, I mean, it's pretty clear. Don't kill yourself. Thanks for chiming. This one I'm about to put in the chat. Let's mute that. This one is called the White Woman's Instagram. It's pretty funny. Yeah, there's nothing really different from other stand-ups of his in here. Nothing out of the ordinary. There's no hecklers that he has to deal with. There's no there's really nothing different in this one, and I would definitely say if you've seen Bo Burnham stand up before, and if you've seen him stand up before, you enjoy it, I would say check it out. If it's a first time watch for any of his stand up, I would suggest watching at the very least either What, which is on YouTube and actually on Netflix at the moment, or Make Happy, which is on Netflix. And I would suggest watching those first before watching this one, because it's going to be very different. It's a different experience than most stand-ups would have. And yeah, I think that's really about it. It's definitely not going to be a long stream. For those in chat, have you ever seen any of his stuff? A marathon. Yeah, it's a series of sprints, is what this is. Like, get some of that. Yeah, I who's Bo Burnham? Why do we care? Bo Burnham's a stand-up comedian who was once a YouTuber and then got to start that way, and we care because it's a thing. I don't. It's caring is not up for me to force you to do. It's for you to do on your own. I am not your parents. No, it's just he's just a means to spend 90 minutes watching something on TV or listening to it over through a headset while you're doing something else. Like most Americans do. But yeah, that's going to be it. I really can't think of anything else to say. 8 out of 10, I'd say. And yeah. And thank you, Kyler, for showing up. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Random. Thanks, Mr. Dax. And thanks, Costin. I guess I will see you guys on another stream. Have a good day.